YouTube, Davey VTV, Davey V with you. This is a hard video to make, but it's something that I have wanted to do for a while and to share with all of you. And when I say all of you, I have to be honest. There's a lot of people that follow the channel, right? Follow the Davey V videos. A lot of haters, a lot of stalkers. Over the years, there's been a lot of really disturbing incidents with stalkers, stalking me, threatening my kids, stalking my children. So I don't mean to offend anyone, but this video is probably a video that will really perhaps appeal or interest, or maybe the folks that have really, like I always say, the day one fans, right? Can really maybe relate to, appreciate, and even take something from. And I'll get into that in a minute here, why it can apply to you. But today is a very hard day for me. It is 30 years that my dad, Mario Vara, passed away. And if, again, for the day ones and those who have been following my work for almost the past better part of 25 years, you will know that my dad was an activist against police corruption, police misconduct in Rochester, New York, especially as it pertains to the Rochester, New York Police Department, a police department with a very long, disturbing history of corruption, of misconduct, of scandal. Basically, they made his life miserable. They harassed him. They intimidated him. And unfortunately, in 1993, my dad had fallen into a pretty deep, pretty bad depression. And on July 9th, 1993, excuse me, my dad committed suicide. And to make matters even worse, more traumatic for me and my family, I was home at the time when it happened, and so was my mom. So while I won't get into the details of that, and frankly, it's very hard to talk about, it's a video that I wanted to make because every July 9th, as soon as July rolls around, it's always a very, very hard time for me, and especially seeing how the years pass, right? 30 years. And but then I thought, it's not so much about me and me wanting to share this with you because of my pain, right? Of what I went through, of how much I miss my dad, of the fact he never met any of his grandkids, of how much he suffered at the hands of the Rochester Police Department and just the corruption in general in Rochester, New York, which he fought for years to expose. But I realized that the final thing that that clicked, and I said, yeah, I definitely want to make the video, is because it really applies to each and every one of you. And here's what I mean real quick. You never know when the last time will be that you will see someone, okay? A loved one, a friend, and never take that person for granted. Never. Again, you just never know when the last time that you will see that person. So even if it's somebody that you maybe are estranged with, maybe you're not on best of terms with, I understand there's people that are not even close to their parents. I get it. I understand it. I can't relate in the sense that I didn't have that growing up. I had both my parents. I had an aunt that cared for me as she was like a second mother to me. But I do understand that some people just don't have any contact whatsoever with certain family members. And all I can say is try to at least, make some amends or meet someone halfway, or at least even if you are on good terms with your family, but we get so caught up in the everyday just, life, right? That sometimes we forget, not intentionally, usually, but sometimes we just forget to just pick up a phone. Or even, whatever, call someone, send a text, FaceTime, whatever, and just tell them you love them and how much they mean to you. So again, I appreciate all the viewers. And what I said at the beginning is that obviously there are haters, there are trolls, there are stalkers that watch my videos. I know this. I've known it for years. Obviously, the video is not for them. These individuals would probably laugh at something like this, at the video, right? At what I've said. And that's okay. But it's mainly for those of you, especially the day ones that have followed me for years, and also the new viewers. Thank you. The new subscribers. Thank you. And if you ever wonder who is this crazy Cuban guy that, records the police and calls police out and police misconduct, and just who is this edgy guy that seems angry sometimes and always is, being opinionated. Well, you're looking at the person who basically taught me to stand up for what you believe in. As you can see, this photo is early 90s. And my dad is holding the old school, I think it's a Panasonic, old school VHS cameras. Of course, the younger generation won't relate to that, won't understand. But that's what there was before iPhones and before cameras, like nowadays, little GoPros and whatnot. It was a huge, basically, VHS camera that you put on your shoulder. So again, a lot of times I don't make personal videos, but it's something that I want to do more and more and share more and more with all of you about me. So again, thank you as always for watching Davey V TV.